Hello children, today we are going to study class 5 science and please turn back to page number 49 of your textbook. Okay, and we are dealing with chapter number 5. So children, till now we have dealt with how the photosynthesis is taking place in the plants, plus what are the conditions. Basically plant are reproducing via two medium, that is sexual and asexual. When the plant reproduces by the medium of the seed, it is called sexual reproduction, and by any vegetative parts, then it's called the asexual reproductions. So when sexual reproduction is happening, that is through the seeds, so in that very condition seed need to be germinated, and for germination three conditions should be favorable, then only the seed will germinate into a new young plant. So for that very reason, the conditions that is very required for germination is number 1, water. Adequate amount of water should be there so that the seed can swell up, absorb water, and seed coat can be removed, and that can help the baby plant to come out easily. The second is air. Adequate air should be there so that plant can respire, break down the food, stored food. And third one is the suitable temperature. This germination will takes place when it's not too hot or not too cold. So when these three conditions are favorable, then only the seed will start germination. That means the seed will start to develop into a baby plant, okay, or a young plant. So now we are going to deal with today we are going to deal with asexual reproduction, or which is also known as the vegetative propagation. Okay, so these term basically they are for asexual reproduction we also use one another term, that is vegetative propagation. When the multiplication, when the division in plants is happening, okay, and when the multiplication or propagation is resulting into the formation of new plants, okay, by using any vegetative part. So what is vegetative part? Root, stem, leaves, okay, these all are the vegetative parts. When the plant is doing the reproduction through the medium of its vegetative part, and that kind of reproduction is said to be the asexual reproduction or vegetative propagation. So this vegetative propagation happens by root, stem and leaves. By three trees medium, the plant is giving birth to a new plant. So when vegetative reproduction is happening through the roots, so the plants that reproduces through roots are sweet potato, carrot, radish, turnip, dahlia. Okay, you are familiar with this plants. So these plants are doing their reproduction through the vegetative part, that is root, and the root is tuberous. Tuberous means filled it with water, tuber kind of shape, and you can see here the tuber, carrot, okay, turnip, radish, all these are having tuber, okay, tube kind of structures, and these are known as a tuberous root. All these are what? Root. Carrot is a root, radish is a root, okay, turnip is a root, all these are roots, and when these roots are planted, they give birth to the new plant. Okay, so this is a vegetative propagation where the propagation is happening through the root. Now the second one is by leaves. Here you can see there is a leaves now, and edge of the leaves the new plantlets are going up, and when they get fully sufficient, when they become capable of preparing their own food, they detach from the margins, fall on the ground, and then they will give birth to the new plant. This is a vegetative reproduction happening in a plant which is known as the bryophyllum. It's happening in bryophyllum, begonia. These plants do the reproduction by the mediums of the leaves. Okay, these bird kind of structure develop at their margins. Okay, and when they become fully developed plantlets, okay, small plantlets, then they detach from the parent plant and fall on the ground, and then they will give birth to the new plant. It is happening in the begonia plant and the bryophyllum plant. Now the vegetative propagation by stem. So this kind of reproduction is happening in the potato, okay, ginger or onion. It is very easily observed. Okay, you can take a piece of ginger. Okay, and what happened with the bulb? Okay, kind of structure, and just plant it what under the ground. After, it will take a period of time, and then when you just remove that plant from there, from the ground, then you will found the intact ginger. Okay, so these plants are the underground stem, and they are reproducing by the medium of the buds or eyes. Okay, the corner you can see dot dot kind of things, and when the condition will be favorable, they will develop into a new plant, and from that piece of thing you will get the whole potato, ginger and onions. Okay, and the plants that are reproducing through this medium are lily, turnip, chrysanthemum. These all are bulb shaped underground stems, and they are known as the bulbs. Some plant also do the artificial vegetative propagation, for example sugarcane, money plant. Okay, when you have to plant a money plant, detaches its one of the stem and just plant it, it will give birth to the new money plant. So that is a artificial vegetative propagation. Okay, now reproduction by the spores. What happens, some of the plants are there which do not bear flower, they don't have flowers, these plant does not bear any flower. So in these plants, what is happening, the flower is not there, that means but obvious they will not form any kind of seed. Okay, when the seed will be not there, then no chance of sexual reproduction. So how these plants are going to reproduce? So they are using the spores. Okay, like structure, there's a very tiny seed like structure which is known as the spores. Spores help plants like mushroom, molls, okay, and ferns to reproduce. They form the spores like structure. You can see something like this much, like this they will form, and then this will detach, and this will help in the reproduction, spores. So here you have seen that reproduction is happening by the mediums of root, leaf, stem, and in some of the non-flowering plant it is happening through the spores also. So today we have dealt with the asexual means of reproduction, which is also known as the vegetative propagation. Why it is called vegetative propagation? Because one plant is giving rise to another plant by the medium of its roots, stem, leaves or spores. That's why it's known as the vegetative propagation. So children, today I'm going to deal with this much only. But what you're supposed to do, you have to learn the three examples of the plants that reproduce by the mediums of roots, then stem, then leaves. Okay, three examples. Okay, that will be your homework, and whatever points that I have underlined, you are supposed to write it in your copies, and please learn it. Okay, thank you children.